everyone. Let's dive into cybersecurity today.
Sounds good.
But not the boring theoretical stuff.
Right.
We're talking about why hands-on skills are so important now and moving forward.
Definitely.
Especially as we head into 2025 and beyond.
Yeah.
You know, you actually sent this article over.
Yeah.
And it's all about this.
Yep.
And I was really curious to get your take on it.
Yeah, I think the landscape is changing so fast.
Oh, for sure.
And this article makes that super clear.
Totally.
I mean, we're talking about AI-powered attacks now.
Right.
And the need to make these decisions in like a fraction of a second.
Oh, absolutely.
And the Internet of Things is adding this whole other layer of complexity.
Totally. And it's funny because the article talks about cyber threats being on steroids.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's not just, you know,
just one person.
The lone hacker in the basement, you know, with a hoodie on. It's like, we're talking about organized crime, nation states.
Yep. With these incredibly sophisticated tools.
Yeah, they're not just like...
Right, it's not brute force anymore.
No,
idiots.
They're using our tools against us.
That's exactly it.
So crazy.
The article talks about how they're using things like AI now.
Oh, wow.
And stealthy malware that's designed to, like,
can't even see.
Slip past all the traditional defenses.
Right.
So just knowing the textbook stuff isn't going to cut it.
No, absolutely not.
You need more than that.
You need to be able to think like that.
Exactly.
So I'm curious, what kind of impact is this having?
Oh, that's a good question.
On the cybersecurity industry in general?
Well, one thing the article points out is that it's created this massive skills shortage.
Really?
I mean, there are so many jobs out there.
Oh, I bet.
But companies are desperate for people who can actually do the work.
Right.
Not just talk about it.
Not just like have the textbook knowledge.
Right. Yeah. And that's where these hands-on boot camps come in.
Oh, interesting.
They're trying to bridge that gap.
So the article calls them strategic investments.
It does.
What makes them
that's a good point.
So different from traditional training?
Yeah, I think they focus on giving you practical skills that you can use right away.
Okay.
It's like the difference between reading about how to fly a plane and actually getting in the cockpit and flying it.
Makes sense.
It's that kind of difference.
Have you ever felt that gap?
Oh, absolutely.
Between what you learned
all the time,
like in theory, versus what you actually needed in the real world?
Definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like all the time.
Me too.
Especially in this field.
Right, yeah.
It's constantly evolving.
Yeah.
Things change so quickly.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what these boot camps are trying to address.
Gotcha.
They emphasize things like incident response.
Okay.
Where you're dealing with an active attack.
Right.
And like every second counts.
Oh, wow.
You know, you got to be able to analyze data, isolate the breach, neutralize the threat, all in real time.
It sounds intense.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
The article mentions things like ransomware lockdowns and zero-day exploits.
So ransomware is basically where they lock you out.
They lock you out of your own systems.
If you're
and they demand payment to give you back control.
Oh, my gosh.
And a zero-day exploit is a vulnerability that's unknown to the software developers.
Oh, wow.
So it's like especially dangerous.
So you don't even know?
You don't even know.
It's there.
It's there, yeah.
Until it's too late?
Until it's too late.
Oh, my God.
So in cybersecurity, you're always on duty.
Right.
You can't just like clock out at 5.
You can't just turn it off.
Forget about it.
No.
Nope. You're always thinking about it. It's always in the back of your mind.
So it's almost like a lifestyle.
It is. It's a way of life. Yeah. It's a mindset.
Well, and the article talks about how boot camps go beyond the technical stuff, too.
They do.
It's not just about...
It's not just about the code.
The hard skills.
Yeah.
It's about...
It's about leadership.
Okay.
Communication. Thinking strategically.
Why is that so important?
Well, because when you're in the middle of a cyber attack, it can feel like total chaos.
Oh, I bet.
You need to be able to stay calm.
Yeah.
Lead your team.
Right.
And make the right decisions under pressure.
And all at the same time.
All at the same time.
Oh, my God.
And these boot camps put you through these simulations
right.
that really test your ability to handle these kinds of high-stress situations.
It makes sense. Because you don't want to be figuring out who's in charge, while some hackers stealing all your data.
Exactly. You got to have a plan.
You got to have a plan.
You got to practice. You got to know what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And the article highlights how the pressure of those simulations helps build confidence and resilience.
Interesting.
You know, it's like a firefighter.
Okay.
Running drills before a real fire.
Got it.
Get a practice
Right.
before the real thing happens.
So you come out of the boot camp.
You come out of the boot camp.
Not just with the technical skills.
Right.
But with the experience and the mindset.
The experience, the mindset.
To be a leader in a crisis.
That's the goal.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's what we're aiming for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, and speaking of preparing for the future.
Yes.
This article.
Yes.
Spends quite a bit of time discussing the Internet of Things. Quantum computing.
Right.
And how these emerging technologies are going to basically...
They're going to revolutionize. They're going to revolutionize.
The cybersecurity landscape?
The whole landscape, yeah.
It's mind-boggling.
It is mind-boggling.
When you think about it.
Yeah.
We're talking about securing...
I know.
Smart cities.
Smart cities.
Fleets of self-driving cars.
Self-driving cars.
Entire interconnected systems.
Yeah, it's a whole...
Like how...
It's a whole new world.
How do you...
I know.
How do you even...
It's a lot to wrap your head around.
Wrap your head around securing something that complex.
Well, the article mentions how some boot camps are creating these hands-on labs that replicate these future environments.
Oh, wow.
So you can get experience defending against attacks on...
So they're basically building like simulations.
They're building simulations of what these future attacks might look like.
It's like getting a sneak peek.
It is.
Behind the curtain of like...
Yeah, it's like a crystal ball.
The future of cyber threats.
Exactly.
That's so cool. It is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's AI.
Okay.
Which the article really dives into.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got AI on both sides of this cybersecurity battle.
Exactly.
The article talks about how attackers are using it to like personalize their attacks. Kind of like those ads that follow you around the internet.
Yeah, it's like...
But how are we using it?
Yeah. How are we using it?
To defend ourselves.
Well, think of it like an incredibly powerful detective.
Okay.
AI can analyze mountains of data, spot patterns that humans might miss.
Right.
And flag any suspicious activity in real time.
So it's like having a super-powered security guard.
That's a great analogy.
Constantly watching over your systems.
It's like having a whole team of cybersecurity experts.
Working around the clock.
Working around the clock, exactly.
It's amazing.
It can also automate tasks.
Like scanning for vulnerabilities.
Okay.
Or even responding to certain types of attacks.
And so that frees up.
Yeah, that frees up.
The human expert.
The human expert.
To focus on the really complex stuff.
The really complex stuff, yeah.
But there are challenges too.
The article mentions something about AI potentially being like a double-edged sword.
Exactly the same capabilities that make AI a powerful defender can also be used against us.
Oh, wow.
Imagine an AI that can analyze thousands of phishing emails to learn the most effective language.
Wow.
And then it crafts these incredibly convincing personalized attacks.
That's a bit unsettling.
It is a little bit unsettling.
So how do we stay ahead of that?
That's where the cybersecurity mindset comes in, which the article really emphasizes.
So this mindset...
It's about constantly learning, adapting, and thinking like an attacker.
So you have to.
Yeah, you got to almost get in their head.
You got to get in their head.
And figure out how they're going to try to...
anticipate their next move.
Wow.
And again, these hands-on boot camps are designed to help people develop that mindset.
Okay, so... One of the things that really stood out to me in the article was this emphasis on incident response.
Yes.
It almost sounds like the most important skill.
It's crucial.
In cybersecurity.
It's absolutely crucial. In cybersecurity, it's not a question of if an attack will happen, but when and when it does.
Yeah.
How you respond can be the difference.
Wow.
Between a contained incident and a full-blown catastrophe.
The article used that analogy.
I know, it's a good one.
Of like a small fire.
Yeah.
Versus like a raging inferno.
Yeah. Contained versus out of control.
Yeah. It's a
good
vivid image.
Yeah.
So these boot camps.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
they do. They put you through
these simulations.
Yeah, like ransomware attacks.
Right.
Where your entire system gets locked down.
Wow.
Or zero-day exploits.
Now, hold on. Can you explain what a zero-day exploit is again?
Sure.
I'm not sure I fully understand.
Imagine a hacker finds a secret backdoor into a popular software program.
Okay.
They can use that backdoor to get into anyone's system.
Oh, wow.
That's running that software.
Right.
Before the developers even know the vulnerability exists.
So it's like a secret...
It's like a secret passage.
Passage into a bank vault.
Into a bank vault.
You don't even know it's there.
You don't even know it's there.
Until they're already inside.
Exactly. It's a huge problem.
Oh, my God.
It's a 0-day export.
So how do you...
Yeah, how do you even
defend against something like that?
It's tricky.
Yeah.
You need to have systems in place.
Okay.
To detect unusual activity and respond really quickly.
Like right away?
Immediately, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And that's why incident response training focuses on things like identifying the source of the attack, containing the breach, and figuring out how to fix the vulnerability.
So you're not just like...
Yeah, you're not
trying to like kick them out?
You're not just reacting.
You're trying to figure out how they got in.
How they got in.
So you can prevent it.
And how to prevent it from happening again.
From happening again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so smart.
It's like detective work.
Yeah.
You got to figure out how they did it.
So the article also mentioned that incident response is about more than just technical skills.
It's more than just the technical stuff.
It involves
communication.
Okay.
Leadership. Strategic thinking.
Why is that?
Because in a real attack, you're not just dealing with computers. Right. You're dealing with people, too.
That's a good point.
You need to be able to communicate clearly with your team, with management, maybe even with the public.
Oh, wow.
You might need to make tough decisions like whether to shut down critical systems.
Oh, my gosh.
Or pay ransom.
Oh, wow.
You know, it's about being able to stay calm.
Okay.
Think clearly.
Yeah.
And lead effectively.
So it's almost like
it's
being a general in a war.
It's like being a general.
Except the battlefield.
Except the battlefield is digital.
Digital.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It's a different kind of warfare.
So these boot camps.
Yeah, these boot camps.
They're designed to...
Not designed...
Put you through those kinds of scenarios.
Simulate those scenarios.
Yeah.
So you can build those leadership skills and that resilience.
It sounds like an incredible learning experience.
It's an intense learning experience.
I bet.
But it's very rewarding. You come out of it feeling like...
Like you can handle anything.
You can handle anything. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the article also highlights another important aspect of boot camps.
Yeah.
The community.
Okay.
You're not going through this alone.
Yeah.
You're learning alongside other people who are facing the same challenges, sharing their insights, supporting each other.
It's like...
Yeah, it's like a
tribe.
A tribe of cyber warriors.
Of cyber warriors all training together.
Training together.
To defend the digital world.
That's a great way to put it.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
It's like you're not just...
Right. It's not just about...
skills.
You're building relationships.
Relationships with people.
You're building a network.
Who understand what you're going through.
Exactly.
And can offer advice and support. That's huge.
It's huge.
Especially in that field.
Especially in this field.
Yeah.
Where things are changing so quickly.
So we've talked a lot about hands-on training, incident response, these emerging technologies. But this article also makes the point that cybersecurity isn't just for techies anymore.
Absolutely not.
Like, it's not just for...
Not just for the people.
The people who code.
Who are writing code.
And build software.
And building software.
It's for everyone.
Everyone.
In today's world, everyone who touches a digital device needs to have at least a basic understanding of cybersecurity.
What do you mean?
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
We all use computers, smartphones, smart home devices.
Yeah.
We shop online.
Yeah.
We bank online.
I do all that.
We connect with friends and family online.
Yeah.
All of that activity generates data.
Yeah.
And that data is valuable. Oh, for sure.
To criminals.
So it's not just about protecting.
Yeah, it's not just about protecting.
I mean, big companies.
Big corporations.
And government institutions.
Governments.
It's about protecting.
It's about protecting ourselves. Our families.
Our families.
Our communities.
Right.
It's about understanding the risks.
Yeah.
And taking steps.
Okay.
To mitigate those risks.
What are some things that people can do?
Yeah, what are some practical steps?
To be more cyber aware?
The article mentions a few simple but effective tips.
Okay.
First, use strong passwords.
Okay.
And don't reuse them.
Yeah.
Across multiple accounts.
Yeah, don't use the same password.
Don't use the same password.
For everything.
For everything.
Yeah.
A password manager could be a lifesaver here.
Yeah, I actually just started using one.
I use one too.
And it has made...
That makes a big difference.
Such a difference.
Yeah.
I don't have to remember all my passwords.
Exactly.
What else?
Be wary of phishing emails.
Wait.
Don't click on links.
Right.
Or open attachments
Yeah.
from senders you don't recognize.
Yeah. Because those can be.
Yeah, they can be.
So convincing.
They are getting more and more sophisticated.
I know. Scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another important one is to keep your software and devices up to date.
I know. I'm bad about that.
I know it's a pain.
Yeah.
But those updates often include security patches that can protect you from attacks.
I'm trying to be better.
We all got to be better about it.
Yeah.
It's important.
Okay. What else?
And finally, be mindful of
Okay.
your social media presence.
Yeah.
Don't share too much personal information online.
Yeah. Be careful.
And be careful about who you connect with.
Yeah. That's like we all have to be.
Yeah, it's like
our
we're
own
real responsible.
Personal cybersecurity team.
For our own cybersecurity.
That's a good way to put it.
It's a shared responsibility.
So we've talked about the why.
We've talked about the why.
Now let's get into the how.
Let's get into the how.
What are these cybersecurity boot camps
What do they actually look like?
Good
question.
The article goes into some detail about that.
It does.
So these boot camps, are we talking like weeks?
Yeah.
Months?
Weeks or months, not years.
Years.
Yeah, these are like intensive crash courses.
Okay.
They want to get you up to speed quickly.
So it's less like a traditional classroom?
It's not your typical class.
And more like, I don't know, like a cybersecurity training montage.
That's a great way to put it.
There's like
You're immersed in it.
Yeah.
You're learning from the experts.
Right.
Working with the latest technology.
Yeah.
You're constantly collaborating with others who are just as driven as you are.
That's amazing.
It's high pressure, fast-paced, but that's what makes it so effective.
And the article mentioned they use a mix of teaching methods.
They do.
It's not just lectures.
Nope.
It's labs.
They've got labs.
Simulations.
They want to give you that well-rounded understanding.
Not just
theoretical
the theory. It's about applying it.
Right. You got
to get your hands dirty.
Get in there and do it.
Exactly.
So the simulations sound like
the heart of the boot camp.
Absolutely. Imagine having to defend against a simulated ransomware attack.
Oh, wow.
Or your entire system is suddenly locked down.
Oh, my gosh.
Or dealing with a 0-day exploit that no one saw coming.
Yeah.
It's the closest you can get to the real thing without the actual consequences.
It makes me sweat just thinking about it.
I know, it's intense.
Yeah. But it's the best way to learn.
Right, because you got to be prepared. For the real thing.
For when it actually happens.
Exactly.
So it pushes you to make those,
it pushes you to your limits.
Critical decisions.
Yeah, you got to think on your feet.
Under pressure.
You got to make tough calls.
Communicate. Communicate clearly.
Effectively with your team.
Yeah, it's a real test of your abilities.
So you come out of these boot camps.
Yeah.
Not just knowing the theory.
You've got the knowledge.
Yeah.
But you've also faced down some pretty scary scenarios.
In the trenches.
Yeah.
You've done it.
And you've survived.
Yeah.
That's a huge confidence booster.
Oh, I bet.
And you've got this network of people you trained with.
Right.
Mentors who have guided you a portfolio of experience to show potential employers.
So you're not just...
Right. You're not just walking out.
With
a piece of paper. Yeah. A certificate.
You've got the skills.
That says you did it.
And the experience.
But you've actually
been there.
Done it.
You've done it.
You face those challenges.
Exactly.
It sounds like.
It's a game changer.
Yeah.
These boot camps are really changing the game.
In cybersecurity training?
Yeah. The traditional approach of just getting a degree or a certification.
It's not enough.
It's not enough anymore.
You
need those practical skills, the hands-on experience.
The experience.
And the ability to think on your feet.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
Well, this has been...
It has been.
An incredible deep dive.
A lot to think about.
We've learned about.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
The evolving threat landscape.
Definitely.
The importance of incident response.
Absolutely crucial.
These cutting-edge technologies.
The future is here.
The role of hands-on training.
Hands-on is the key.
It really highlights how cybersecurity is.
It's not just a niche field anymore.
No, it's something. Something we all
need to be
aware of.
And
engaged in. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a shared responsibility.
And for anyone out there who's feeling inspired.
Yeah. If you're feeling inspired.
To learn more.
To dive in.
Or maybe even considering a career in cybersecurity.
Yeah, this is a great field to be in.
This article and our discussion today.
Yeah, this is a good starting point.
It's a great starting point.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of resources out there.
That's awesome.
A lot of opportunities.
Well, I think that's a great place to end it.
A good place to wrap up.
And to our listeners, thank you.
Thank you all for listening.
For joining us.
And for being a part.
On this deep dive.
Of this conversation.
We hope you found it.
Yeah. Hopefully
it's informative.
Informative and thought-provoking.
Yeah. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe.
Stay curious, stay safe.
And keep those firewalls strong.